Na postingi tu ni kama
Mava state rap. Ananga shati?
Hana shati. Ni kama hawezi afford kununua shati. You know, let it go. You know, because sometimes we are quick to call people home wreckers. Oh, you wrecked my home. When you're the one who opened the window.
You did.
You opened that door. Like, nini. Hey.
Hi, we are Two Buddies, One Mic.
And this is episode 6. I thought it was 5.
No, we're already past 5, bro.
Damn.
Okay. Unafanya kazi na ujui.
But the views are looking good.
You guys.
Thank you guys for the support, for commenting, for liking, for sharing with your socials. As in, your socials are loving our content. Thank you for sharing with family groups. Yeah.
We could cry. My name is Kathomi.
My name is Turife.
And today we are talking about something that is very... I know we've been joking a lot over here. Lakini leo tunakuja kuongea about murder on the beat, so it's not ice. Okay, you don't know that song. Booty so big. Yeah. It's a good song.
Milenio.
If you know that song, on the comments. Anyway, if you know that song.
But we're talking about relationship killers.
Yes, it's my brain. It went where it went. Yes, we're speaking about relationship killers because some of y'all are doing some shady shit that's got your relationship consistently on the brink of death. Why are you trying to kill your relationship, baby?
Saa zingine kwangi fault yangu.
Saa zingine watu wengine?
Ni hao wengine, because personally I'm perfect.
Other parties.
Yeah. If I'm always the problem, then you are the reason.
All right. Yeah. That's true.
I can't be the problem for no reason.
I'm this shit out of my ass. Yes. Exactly. Yeah, right. Yeah. So today we are both taking accountability. Yeah, we're putting this is actually for both of us, so we can figure out both genders, so we can figure out what are some of these things that are breaking your relationships, our relationships, messing it up, and seeing how we can do better for ourselves. Not just because relationships, they affect so much of your life, your mood, the way you're feeling that day, the attitude you carry in the world, the level of confidence you have sometimes in the world, and the way you present yourself can all be attributed sometimes to your relationship. So let's talk about it. What are some of these things that are killing our relationships?
At the top, uncommunicated expectations.
Ooh.
Because uncommunicated expectations breed a lot of contempt, just a lot of resentment. Unamwangalia tunashinda, kwani huwezi fikiria unifanyie hivyo? Unajua kitu kimekaa tu hivyo.
Kinyoni.
And me, wacha nikwambie yangu specifically when it comes to the bedroom.
Okay.
Give
us a tip. What's that?
Because sometimes nataka kupinduliwa tu. I want you to form me like a pretzel. But you're also a God-fearing man. You know? Like when your partner is vanilla and you're thinking, I want to try something new.
Freaky shit.
You know? So unajaribu kufanya hivi, alafu unaogopa utakuwa judged. Unajua naweza fanya kitu watu washangae. So sometimes you can be resentful in the bedroom because we both started out vanilla. You know, our relationship was very, we were cool. We were just two good people having twa. And then all of a sudden I'm realizing, you know what? I kind of like being spanked. You know? I would not mind.
Shook me, daddy.
Being shocked out a little bit. I would not mind the feeling of ngwashe and domo in my throat. But now, communicating that and also having the expectation of, will he do that for me? But you have not communicated. So now, like, sex becomes a bit boring because I want some different, daddy.
But like, can I tell you something that has worked for me at least, and I'm hoping for others?
Sijasema ni personal experience.
No. Of course we're not talking about.
Musitag watu muuliza kwa nini hamchapani. Mimi.
Kwa nini kuna acts of violence? Consensual violence.
I'm being choked, babes.
Violence, okay? I think the thing that I've seen that has worked for many people, and you know, you don't have to take my word for it, that was worked for me as well, is the same way you have like secluded like date nights and whatever. You need to have a secluded day once, whenever, like once every month, once every two months. I don't know, once every fortnight, every 2 weeks, where you have like an agreement where let's try something new. Like come with something you're curious about that you want to try, and then I can come with something that I'm curious about that I want to try, and then we see what works and what doesn't. Because oftentimes there's that fear, just like finance, sex is also like a huge thing in relationships. So they're like, "Ay, we, you're kumshukisha chini
Missionary
anapanda
every day,
juu."
missionary every day.
Like, you're
Did
so
you go to
boring.
missionary school?
Like,
You saw my video. Your friends are doing big things on doors. They're jumping everywhere, and you're doing missionary every day. No.
Because you need to experiment, figure out what, like, some things will work. As we've said this here before, sometimes you think you are flexible and then you realize, bitch, nah, not me, bitch. You know, you think that, that would be such a good concept. And then you realize doing it on the kitchen counter can hurt your boobs because that's marble, my dude. And my chest is flesh. You know, ukinifinyilia sana nitaumia. You know, some things is important to figure. Or
Takupea
it's
manual.
too cold on the ass.
Yes. Sometimes it's just cold.
Yes. So figuring.
Shower sex. I don't like it.
Shit. Like, unless you have those, I've seen these bathrooms where you have like the thing and then the jets and then it's like water is coming from everywhere and at a temperature that you're comfortable with and at a pressure that is comfortable. Unless we have one of those showers, baby, we're not going to be fighting for the shower head, please.
Collaborate with Tungsten to save your relationship.
Yes.
Tungsten Electronics, please.
Sponsor us. Thank you so much.
And also, if you're scared of the embarrassing things that may happen, it could be the expectation of your partner.
Yeah.
He's like, sometimes I'd like to like twist you and turn you, but you know very well after nimekula sapa, I might get a bit gassy.
And that's why it's important to have like a secluded day where you're talking about it's more experimenting than having those high expectations. Because both of us are coming in here, we're rookies, all right? Okay? This is an experiment. Tujue ni nini inafanya kazi. Nikikubend, to what angle can I bend you before you start releasing, more COG gases in the air? It's like environmental issues here.
Na kama we ni professional, ujifanye hujui pia. Because I'ma be like, where did you learn?
Yes.
Nani alikufunza?
Najua hii jatoka UMD, please.
Miaka 7 tumekuwa pamoja tujafanya hii. Unafanya new things.
What is that you're chatting with?
Yeah, that's another thing. Before you launch a new style on your partner, you have to have communicated before. Say, I would like to try this.
Yes. I think it's important to communicate. Communication.
Don't just hard launch a new format.
And with like no pressure, like a no pressure day where anyone can try anything. Freaky deaky. Okay. Freaky deaky. Even if it's just you coming up with ideas, it's okay. You're experimenting in a letter something, a retro something. Because someone was like, how many different positions do you have to have in one sexcapade for you to feel fulfilled? And I'm like, why are we adding the pressure like that? Like, can people just fuck?
Can we just
fuck? I'm gonna overdo.
Okay, to care like a set. We should do 5 things before you're done.
That's all I'm thinking about now.
Tufanye scorpion, tufanye mousetrap, tufanye nini. Yo!
Gosh! Please, give us
why.
And also the other question of, like, what is considered sex? Is like oral sex to you? Like, if you just have oral, is that fully sex? Like that, I'm just like,
I need you to pound my...
Sometimes.
I was told that my relatives actually watch this.
And do they not have sex?
Mimi nilisikia. Personally, I'm a virgin.
Oh, me, I'm on the clean.
I would hate for my uncle to hear me talk about...
Right. So fuck all the much I want.
Now my uncle knows I like getting choked. Sorry.
Sorry, uncle. And also implement it in your own sex life. It could work. Maybe that's why Auntie Jerry is always outside. It's because you're not pinduaing her properly, uncle. Can you do better? Another one. Moving on. Before to chalk away. Roles in your relationship. I feel like undisclosed roles leads to the same problem of expectations that will never be met unless you've communicated. All right? I've spoken about this before and I've said in my household, I don't gotta do dishes because my man will do the dishes sometimes. I don't gotta cook. Sometimes he just elects himself to cook. Like yesterday he cooked and like, yes, we're enjoying this meal. I don't have to do laundry. I don't have to do anything. I only do it because, I want to do it. It's not like an expectation that is there. And And I really, really wanted to now figure out, like, fine, so I'm not like a very domestic relationship, marriage. So what then happens financially? Like, where are we at? Because like normally in the culture, yes.
What do I
No, what do I contribute to this relationship? Like, what is my role? Yeah.
Yes, so
what is my
your
role in this relationship?
Yeah.
If it's not domestics, then what is it that I do? Right? And sometimes the answer is as simple as, depending on your relationship, different things apply. You may assume that then I am the breadwinner of my family. I am currently not the breadwinner of my family. You may assume many other things are happening in my household, but you wouldn't know because you're not part of our relationship. And therefore, expectations about roles and like how far we will go with these roles, that was a big conversation, especially there, because I was so used to knowing that as a woman, my work is to do domes, right? So when I see him doing dishes, I'm like, oh shit. That was at the very beginning of my relationship, like, oh shit. So what's my role? Why are you diminishing my role? So what do I do? Like, what can I do? You're constantly compensating the insecurities. You have to have these conversations with your partner simply because it makes things very, very clear. And these roles do change, okay? Because at one point, I'm probably going to be the only person working in this household, right? I will be the one getting the active income, yeah? So it's important to have communications about roles in your relationship because it is one of those, it will kill you if y'all don't speak about it. It's difficult to speak about, but like, let's talk about it.
Yeah, and also when it comes to defining your role in the relationship, there's this thing where like sometimes you're too much in a rush to make the relationship something solid. My advice for you, if you don't want to kill this relationship, is to let it unfold organically.
Pace yourself.
Let it just pace yourself. Let it just go. Because let me tell you, one of the mistakes I made very early on, I don't know why, for some reason, I always thought I'd be married by 21.
Girl,
like by 23, I'd be walking down the line. So like every person I would date, even casually, I never dated casually. That's the thing. Because you start tongozaing me. I'm like, okay, you gotta come see my mama. And I'm just like, no, get to know this person first. Let it unfold naturally. Like watch it flow. But also at the same time, if you're like me, plan it out. Ask this person, hey, what are we doing? Don't be afraid of these conversations. And sometimes like people will try to vilify you and say, oh, I kissed her and she asked me, what are we? Of course, I need to know what my role is in this.
Yeah.
I need to be so clear so that I'm not stuck in that gray area. Is it a situationship? Is it an actual relationship? Communicate, okay? And if he thinks that is too much from you, probably not the right person. If you're asking him, hey, we've been seeing each other for a hot minute, could we define what our relationship is? I would very much like to continue seeing you. Or if, certain set time he has not said, will you be my girlfriend? You start raising these questions. And even when you're in the relationship, have you set a time for you to be engaged? You need to have this conversation. You'll be like, okay, hey, listen, I am willing to date for X amount of time.
Yeah.
But after that, I must start questioning what is happening because we're not engaged, we're not thinking long term. Because after a point, it becomes long term.
Degree.
No, like, are we married? Are we girlfriend, boyfriend? Because when you've been dating for like 10 years and he's still your boyfriend, like questions come up. And there are partnerships that work like that and it's perfect. But if you personally want to be somebody's wife and they're just stringing you along, cut yourself loose. Please. Because let me tell you, the things you beg for, if you're going to stay in that relationship and keep begging for an engagement, keep begging for a proposal, he's going to give you a shut-up ring. He's going to be like, okay, damn, cool, will you marry me? And the things that you beg for are so difficult to enjoy.
And to even maintain.
You'll feel so horrible. Yeah.
You're like, you forced me into this.
He finally proposed. Nothing special about it. So just learn to excuse yourself from situation, as difficult as it may be, if it's no longer serving you.
Yeah. Going with the flow is very different from letting things flow. There's a big difference where Going with the flow is that this is on someone else, but letting it flow is you. It's an active decision you're making of letting this flow, right? Organically. Going with the flow, you're expecting someone else. It's like you're on someone else's clock, on someone else's decision making, and so on and so forth. Another one is what are your, I think this is very important. What are your compromise no-nos? Like there's a place, I'm not gonna compromise. There's companionship, there are all these beautiful things that you talk about, oh patience, oh kira.
Love is sweet, forgiving, patient, and
all the things, you know. But like, what are those things that you cannot compromise on? Because I promise you, the moment you compromise on these uncompromising situations for you, uncompromising logics for you, you're never going to be happy. For instance, very easy examples. Are we religious or are we not? Ndio unapata watu uko na, me, I told her to go to church, she refuses. Kazi yake ni kukaa tu kwa nyumba akiwatch TV. Shida.
Watoto hawaendi kanisa.
Siwezi kuwa Mkristo, mimi ni Muislamu na anakataa sasa, angalia dead. Mimi ni team Raila, mimi ni team Ruto. Politics, bro. Mko huko time elections, all you're doing is kungulukangala fighting. That's
when the political analyst una date mtu hata ajui ruling party.
There we go, right? Another one is like children. Like, are we having children? How many are we having? Oftentimes you find these relationships where you're like, oh, I gave you my child, I thought. Why were you thinking for somebody else? Let them tell you. Some people just don't want to have children and you're there forcing issues. Say, focus, please. And if you then want to be with someone who wants to have children and you don't, and you compromise on that, you think that's going to be roses and rainbows and sunshine?
You're going to change their mind down the line?
That's a problem.
And you become so resentful when they don't change
They don't change because they tell you from the very beginning, I don't want to have children. So, you know, you're like, oh, no, but you can adopt, you can... Stop. Please stop it. Another major one is how you deal with in-laws. Ooh, cha. Because, like, to be honest, I'm not living in a house where all of us are there. Okay, the one thing I said I cannot do is go the Indian or the Asian way of all of us are living in the same household. Ati?
Because, you know, you have to be a very performative person. If you're living with your relatives, your in-laws, more so your in-laws. You know, your relatives mezoeana. Unaweza ambia cousin yako, endo kosha hizo vyombo wewe. But with your in-laws,
you can't.
You got to wake up ready to perform.
Even that cousin thing, because you're like, now you've given me a role of parenthood that I really genuinely don't want. I don't want to have your uncle's kids coming to our house every Easter. Bruh, I have shit to do. Like, I want to go do something else. Like, even if it's sleeping, I want to have that. So these non-compromise... No, like straight up. Sometimes you
unasema utaki wageni Easter.
Yeah, si kila siku. Okay. Difference. One Easter is cool. Every Easter it's your house?
Maybe.
You like it. You see? That's the difference.
Yeah.
We're very different people. I don't want to have anybody in my house. Like, girl, if I could get away with that forever, that'd be the dream. But, like, I don't want to be in your house just the same way you don't want to be in my house. I like to visit other people. Right? You get it? Mimi nitakuja kwenyu. But staki kupatiwa kazi ya kukuja kwangu. Because it's a lot of work. Hosting is work, guys.
Hosting is a lot.
Stressful as fuck. I've hosted a few times and I can tell you did not enjoy it. You end up just kazi yako ni kata. The chaos is usually food. What are we getting for food? Are we cooking? If we're cooking, dead. We're all dead. Kuf dead. Tuko huko tu chini. Kazi yako tu ni, hii imeungua, hii imeiva. Wanakuja saa ngapi? Oh, sijaoga. Umevaa dera. Oh, sijui. Let me quickly change. Oh, they're at the door. Kike.
Low-key, I like it. I like hosting. You know, I like sitting back and looking at y'all enjoying my meal, you know.
Yeah, that's the only benefit.
That's power for me.
That's the only benefit. Like, you cook, someone gives an opinion of your food. I don't. I don't want to start harboring resentment simply because something didn't go right. So I'll come to yours. But so these compromises, right? For me, I feel like it's a non-negotiable. If it's a non-negotiable for me, it will be difficult if I have to compromise. Because now imagine if you now marry or end up settling with someone as a person who doesn't like hosting.
Yeah.
Who is consistently having people over. Consistently.
Watakula mkate na chai.
And then when you do that, guess who's the bitch? You're the bitch. Everybody's talking about it. And now your partner is feeling some type of way. Guess what? Your relationship is dead.
Yeah, it's a strain. Yeah.
Yeah. Because honestly, these non-negotiables need to be top of conversation, right? Right? Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I lost my train of thought when I was talking about pacing yourself in the relationship. Sometimes we're very quick to call ourselves the goat wives. And call ourselves, like I'm the babe in this relationship. And there's this like a tendency of, because I am his partner, because I want the best for him, I will not ask him for money. My friend, unshackle yourself. Unshackle yourself. And I used to be like that.
Me too, babe. Me too.
I never used to ask for anything.
Like I'm just trying to show you.
Like I just want you to see how much of a gold digger I'm not. I was a pikmisha. Wacha nikwambie.
We unateseka huko.
Mimi siku hizi naitisha kila kitu. There's nothing I will not ask for in this world. Learn to ask for shit. Because what do you need? You're inside me. We're having sex all the time. We're even having unprotected sex.
Nah?
Listen, in a relationship, you're having unprotected sex with somebody, but you can't ask them for money for your hair.
Girl.
You're just out here looking dusty.
First of all,
we can really tell. We can really tell who your boyfriend is just by how...
Madhogos.
Mimi nikikuona unakaa tu umeparara na kuuliza first, uko na boyfriend? Ukiniambia yes, kidogo tu nikuchape. Physical violence.
Hey,
what are you doing?
Imagine. Hey, and it's not even about the money, really. It's about the other person caring for you to the point where they can do these things, like I don't care that much, but like when someone cares for you and your hair is looking crusty and dusty, nakwambia shikilia hii, shikilia hapa, kimbia wewe uangaliwe, si ndio?
Uko na mtu unaona acrylics kwa nywele.
Uko na makucha tu unaambiwa.
Acrylics ziko wapi?
Shikilia hapa. Enda ukashughulike, enda
weke. Even to scratch his back. Why are you scratching his back with natural nails?
Me, I have natural, but you know my point. Like it should be by choice, right? It should be, I know me, my acrylics, it's not for me. Lakini I can buy a cute little heel.
Lakini naweza enda pedicure, naweza. Exactly.
Sinaweza pia kando wa miguu.
Sijaribu kusema anything. Yes. Sema mimi ni gold digger, but ain't no way.
Okay.
It's okay. Like, do you know, it's kind of strange for you to see your girlfriend. This is your girlfriend. Just walking around looking venye anataka.
Hata perfume. Ananuka jasho, my goodness.
Perfume, ka deodorant.
Perfume.
Hana.
My goodness.
Lakini bado utamuingiza kitandani.
Hey.
Ufanye twatwa na kuwa ikiwa huku juu.
You know?
But you cannot get her something.
Amekonda jua kuli. Na umshughuliki.
Anakuja kwako unampatia tap water.
Unamwambia panda kitanda, akimaliza kupanda kitanda unamwambia panda gari. Very sad.
No.
Very sad.
And before you even say kwani hana baba. Baba yake afanya vitu unafanya wewe.
Thank you. Okay. That could easily have become so pervy. Yes. Excuse you. Bedhe mnabuingi sometimes. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
And I hate it when people get so
high and mighty about it.
Her father's job should be to take care of her. Then what is your job?
Do you know?
Just to chew this girl and send her on her merry way?
Ballgum. Unamtema wenye unajisikia.
Baby girl, itisha.
Baby, imagine.
And if they feel like you're asking for too much,
just keep it.
You're asking the wrong person.
I think so.
Kim Kardashian said it. If they say no, I'm probably asking the wrong person. Yeah.
And honestly, again, this goes back to communicating. Let's talk about it, okay? If this person is not taking the initiative, unamuuliza nani aje kababa. Unajua kababa.
Kuna allowance ama niende.
Daddy. Daddy. Hey, daddy.
Kuna allowance huku. Ama nitafute mwingine.
Hey, daddy. So like I wanted. Wait. Mshugulike. Na mshugulike watu wengi by the way, because it's so embarrassing.
Ask for it.
So embarrassing.
There is no reward for acting all prim and proper.
It's the same energy as those guys who make it in Nairobi. Bibi yake anakanga Geshagi. Unadhani wa Nairobi anafanywa. And that's the question I keep asking y'all. I keep asking y'all bitches. Ule mwenye ameachwa Geshagi juu ya nini? Demure, aitishangi, yeye ni very road, anajua kuingia kwa shamba. Alright? Huyu wa Nairobi mwenye anapatiwa anapelekwa madate. Kwani what's the difference? Yeye anajua kenye anataka na anaitisha. Alright?
Ask for it.
Let's get it together, babies.
I think your man is so hardworking.
All that hard work.
He works so hard. Kwani where does this money go?
Hey, somebody must eat.
If I'm not eating our husband's money, who is eating it? Ask yourself
unless they complain, okay? Unless they complain.
If they complain, then it's you to now start the conversation of, hey, babe, let's talk finances.
Yes, thank you.
Let's talk of, is it possible for me to be getting an allowance? Fanyeni zile conversations.
Kama unakula pesa yote,
can I have a budget?
Weekly budget.
Like my love.
Tufanye ka budget, please. Tuache kupatiana stress. And by the way, I used to find money like such a difficult conversation.
Oh, it's so hard.
And especially being raised in a family where there was a lot of financial, unfortunate abuse. Yeah, like there was a lot of that. Like the way my mom was treated when it came to money, it just gave me like such a weird vibe altogether. Like she would ask, it was. I'm just gonna say it. It wasn't cute, all right? So growing up with that kind of environment where now she has to hide money, so she doesn't tell your father, you know, she has to find other people to get her money every so often, and she has to lie to your dad. Like, that's ghetto. I don't want to do that, please. But coming out from that mentality that asking is not a bad thing, planning it out is not a bad thing. Yes, it may look disgusting. I used to be so scared. Let's talk finance. Meaning, I'm checking out. I'm out.
It looks like you're scheming when you tell them, hey, can we have a conversation about budgeting?
Yeah. It just feels
While
so
we're planning
funny.
my money.
But guess what?
But we're in
After you have
relationship.
this conversation, look, you and I are going to be in this relationship for a long time, right? So we're going to have this awkwardness for how long? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about finance. Let's talk about a budget that makes sense, and then we stick to it. Now you have a budget, you know how far you can go, how far you can't go, right? And if you need extra, you know to ask. As in, you know what I mean? Ugh, you guys, mnapenda kuteseka na sis. It's not cute. It's not cute. What's another one?
I hated how, like, anytime people talked about the work that should be done in a relationship, this burden was mostly put on the woman.
Oh, girl, yes.
And I hate it. And that's why I think we've said it severally here on the podcast. When you're going for therapy or counseling, try not to go to a religious institution. Try not to go to
Spiritual
therapy
warfare.
in church, a counselor from church. Anything with an inkling towards religion. Stay. Always go to an impartial counselor.
Neutral zone.
Because they'll find a way to blame the woman in the relationship.
Sure.
You know, like, oh, our sex life is dwindling. And then they ask, you as the wife, what do you do? Do you shower before you go to bed? Do you wear lingerie and not, initangwaje, sigenge ni ngombe, t-shirt ya Jubilee? Well, the question is, we're both in the relationship. We're both contributing.
Why is it
takes
all on
two to
me?
tango.
Yeah.
So the question should be, you as the man, what are you doing to make sure your sex life is good?
Yes.
For example, are you taking initiative? As in, foreplay starts so early. Foreplay is not, it starts with, how have you been treating me? How do I feel about you? How is the relationship like? Do you open the car door for me? Do you do small things for me? Or am I a mother of 6, overwhelmed with my 6 children while you sit there watching football, and then you turn around and say, oh, we're not even having sex. Oh, she's always busy with the children.
Are they not our children? Sometimes I get angry.
Even at the mall, baby, if you're outside with your husband and your children, I usually judge the dynamics where the mother is just handling 3 children while the husband, I judge them so bad. Or in a restaurant and the man is seated on this side of the table alone.
Oh, that gives me so much
and the woman
PTSD.
is just feeding everybody. I will like keep looking at you. I will look at you badly until you do something about it. Like you'll think, I hate it. I hate it. And then the same man will open their mouth and complain and say, she doesn't even do, it's no longer exciting. She's always tired. Missionary. She went to missionary school.
As opposed to?
Do you not? It's not even about helping her babysit or...
These are your children. These are your children. It was your dick that went in her pussy and now you have children. All right?
It scares me so much. The thought of a man who feels like raising his children is babysitting and he should be compensated. He should be applauded. I changed a diaper today. Clap for me.
I swear, every time you mention this whole situation of moms being the ones, you're holding this one, you're grabbing this one, where kuja huyu mwingine amepanda huko. I just go back to this one time. I remember we were kids, we were very young. Tunaenda kwa matatu. Nissan. Nissan Sunny, okay? Tunaenda kwa mat, we sat the seat just after the driver's seat where they normally have the engine situation going on. And I remember my brother was really small, so my mom was holding my brother, right? I was being erratic as always. My dad was sat next to her. Do you know where I sat?
On the engine?
Yes.
Na veni moto.
My ass is on fire. My little black ass is on fire. And my dad is very busy. He was holding something. He was reading something. And I remember looking at him with such just, I felt so unloved, so uncared for. I felt so, I don't like men who don't treat women nicely. Please, I could do better. All of these instances that you've seen of men being so horrible to their wives, so horrible to their partners, it just makes me feel like, no, I can't do this. I'm so sorry, I can't do this. And for the women who don't leave, guess what? It
doesn't get better. It does not. It really does not.
If you don't like someone, leave them. By the way,
and that is why very early in the relationship, before you have a child for this person,
you see the non-negotiables?
You should find out.
Let's talk about it.
How were they raised?
Who are you? What are your parents like?
How do they act?
Yes.
How are they around their parents?
Yes.
What are their expectations from a woman in a partnership?
Yes.
Yani, have this conversation. Don't go with the flow. Don't vibe and wait for him to say, will you be my girlfriend at a restaurant? No. Have this conversation.
The mom is calling, they don't want to pick up. Girl, that's going to be useful. That's how he looks at women. Hey, wait. Another one, and it's very, very important in the theme of finance, I think. Actually, no. Let's talk about the even more basic one that we all talk about. Love languages.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
This will kill your relationship real quick. All right. For many reasons. Someone can you imagine 10 years ago they didn't have this? They didn't have like a thing, like a guideline of giving you and by the love languages are
this
basic
is how
as fuck.
Give love and receive
Those
love.
are basic as fuck. Someone doing acts of kindness, affirmation and all of that. Those are basics. Huku ndio mnaanzia kwa foundation, all right? There are so many others you should have learned. But if you have no basics, you have no scope. Once you realize, because the question will be always, what's your love language? What's your love language?
Mine is words of affirmation. Receiving words of affirmation.
There we go. And what about like quality time? Okay. Do you only have one?
It's many. Like Yeah,
And that's what you
receiving
discover.
gifts. Yeah, it's not just one.
No one has just one love language. You know, yes, someone is like, oh my God, like the one that speaks to me is words of affirmation. But then you realize, okay, once you start getting enough words of affirmation, you're like, yeah, but I also want to
physical
spend time with
touch.
you, babe.
Yeah.
And then guess what? It's quality time now. And then kidogo kidogo, you're like, yeah, baby, yeah, we spend a lot of time together, but like I feel like you need to be, you know, holding me, touching me. It makes me feel sensual, makes me feel sexy. Physical touch. You see how it just progresses and develops? No one just has one love language. And also the love language is like, yes, it's physical touch, but what kind of physical touch? You know, like I don't want you to be groping me in public because I told you my words of affirmation are physical touch. You understand where we're going?
Yeah.
It's like we need to have these conversations because they're so different for some people. Some people say, I like getting gifts, but what kind of gifts? There's a baddie over here who wants a new Range Rover, and there's another baddie who just wants you to bring her roses every single week. Just one rose every week so I can feel special. Like there are levels to it, and those things are so important because they get to know you. You get to learn your partner, and they get to learn you. It's a basic manual to help you get started. But also, you need to be listening to your partner. That's the most interesting love language no one ever talks about. Affirmation is cool, but like, what's an affirmation? You come and tell me, oh, you're so gorgeous. But I asked you yesterday to wake me up in the morning because I have a meeting.
And it's not.
And you didn't do it. Even if you come and tell me, oh, baby, you're so beautiful.
Gorgeous.
I'm like,
It's
fuck
nothing.
off, bro. You were supposed to do this one basic ass thing that I asked you to do for me, and you didn't do it. I am not going to be in a position to receive the way you love me if there are predisposed issues, if there are issues that we haven't spoken about. So, like, we're talking about attentive. And listening is very different from hearing. Like you need to hear someone, but then also listen to what they're telling you. These are they're so basic, but they're so important. The moment you start listening to someone, guess what happens? You start to understand them. The moment you start to understand them, guess what happens? You are able to cater to what they need. And when you do that, you think it won't be reciprocated?
It will.
I bet you it will. So let's talk about these things like as tools. These are tools to help you, yeah? Languages of love are tools. It's a tool. How you use it can still make or break your relationship.
True,
right?
true.
So be keen. It's like, oh, babe, you told me your love language is physical touch and I'm trying to fuck you. And you're like, but like, dude, we haven't paid for the water bill. How am I going to enjoy the sex when I know I have to shower after? Do you get me?
Also, physical touch does not mean
Sex.
You know, there's more intimacy that comes with just holding each other, just cuddling, and I get so mad when I've communicated that I like physical touch and somebody is just ready to fuck you. I'm like, no. I say, hold my hand when we're going somewhere. Like,
you know? Just push my hair off my face.
Like, physical contact, not... Come on. And another one.
Annihilation.
Not annihilation. Yeah. Another one that we try not to downplay, especially in a relationship, is be a bit mysterious. Have a bit of mystery. And I know for some of us who are professional yappers, wow.
He has defeated me that
wow. Even when we say we're going to not yap. 12 noon, naona kasimu kameingia, yapping inaanza. Why? But now when it comes to your relationship with you and your man, leave a bit of room for mystery.
Tell me how, because me and
leave, like, kuwa mysterious kidogo. You know, because sometimes, like, this is my person, like, we are friends for life, but then we become too friendly, and it goes into a line where sex even becomes funny. You know, like, it's now a joke. Like, it's no longer like, oh, it's ha.
Sensuality.
Exactly. Because we become so friendly, we become too buddy, we become boys. You know, like, ikifika point where mnagota after sex, that's not nice. That's good. So you got to keep it. Like, you need to keep them on the toes.
Difficult.
Like they need to wonder, like, who am I going to wake up to today?
That's the one. That's the one that absolutely can do it. I have no mystery, no je ne sais quoi. I just have quoi.
No je ne sais.
No je ne sais. It's that quoi, you know?
But mystery is so important. Like
There's a lot of intrigue in it, yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes I tried like throwing like stories. I'm like, yeah, like I just like throw dumb stories around, and they're like, what do you mean? Like with who? I'm like, you don't know everything about me, because I hate it. I hate it when you know everything about me. So sometimes I just need to throw in. I'm like, yeah, you need to stay on your toes. Like there's more of me to discover.
Yeah, that's right.
I am a fountain of new things. Like
that's very true. Like sometimes, and I this has become such a common. I get where you're coming from, because like at first I was like, this mystery thing, how are we gonna do it? That was this Telemundo working out for me, because it's giving very much documentary at this moment.
Me, I throw in scripts. I'm usually like, the other day. Like we were driving back from Naivasha. I'm like, you want to Naivasha? You don't know everything about me. Yeah.
I get it. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that a little bit more. I'm gonna try, because like at this point, I'm a script. Like I slept late. I woke up, like it was a Sunday. I didn't want to eat. Like normally on a Sunday, I just feel very lazy on Sunday. Wake up in the morning, it's breakfast. I'm like, shit, he's probably got breakfast. It's probably like CJ's or something. Like a full-on breakfast, but I don't want to eat. But like I should probably eat, because he worked so hard to get that breakfast. So yeah. No, like I'm pacing myself, right? Niko tu hapa najiambia nitakula wala nitakula. I get to the table, it was a salad. You guys, like a proper salad. Do you know how happy I was? I was so happy. I'm like, how did you know? He's like, but I know you. I'm like, shit, you shouldn't. That's too much. Like, how do you know what my body needs? It's not.
And I understand, like, to be loved is to be seen.
It's cute.
When somebody can bring you
so often,
what you want, what you need. Like when they go to the supermarket, they know you like the original cheddar, not the new variations, not chili lemon. Like when they come with something, they know you like sour Skittles.
When you tell them I like these pads, they take a picture and emphasize.
Yeah.
I told you that one.
Yeah.
He circled. He took a picture of the pads and then he circled. Like, okay, so you're saying which one? This one is important. Alafu hii ni important. And then he zooms out. He's like,
Nikizipata nitapata.
Next thing I know, I have like 50.
Exactly. Because those not disappear.
You disappear.
You name brand, we won't mention you.
Speaking of brands.
Exactly.
The brand.
But now the problem
is calling.
Sometimes when they know all of you. Yes, I love it. I love that you bring everything I need and you know the things I like. But from time to time, I'll be like, I stopped liking that chocolate. Because
it's a lie. You love it. But like you want to throw something in there. Yeah. It's like, which one do you like nowadays?
Yeah. Like, I like the new Oreo. Yeah. Give me that. Give me that.
Yeah.
For the plot.
Let me tell you, relationships are so interesting. Like once you're in a long-term relationship, you discover so much fun. There is like so much fun and intrigue in being in a relationship. So guess what, baby? You need to be on this side. But for you to be on this side, let's talk about the fact that when y'all are in your different stages of a relationship, because there's a book right here, and it usually talks about like the different stages of a relationship. There is the drama stage. There are 4 drama stages actually, and you discover that you don't fight the same. Y'all aren't. Yes, love languages are cute, but what about your fight language, baby?
Hey.
Kuna mtu
fight language utawamaliza.
Anaku-annihilate. Anakutoa mpaka za ndani mbele ya watu. Okay, that sounded so wrong. Like, let me just say it in English. Like they will literally
air you
all your dirty linen straight up right there in front of everyone to see. I think like fight languages are so important to learn and to know about each other. Because some people just want to run and cower. Anajifiche. You just want to be a turtle. Unajificha huko. Some people want to play like they don't even know what's going on. Like an ostrich. Anaeka kichwa ndani ya mchanga until this all blows over. Some people who are very confrontational, they just let's get into it. But like, I don't go beast mode. I don't go gorilla mode when it comes to like fighting. So you need to figure out what like your fight languages are, where you lie with that, and the only way you can do that is like you cap it real quick. Like the first time you guys fight, that needs to be when you speak about it.
Yeah.
They came at you very aggressively. They were loud at you. They were borderline.
Ukinishote, it's over.
You know? Because it's
Ukinishote,
just that threat. One day it was a threat. Next thing you know.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Like even when you're getting to know somebody, you pray for somebody who is kind.
Yes.
Above all things.
Yes.
Kind.
Yes.
Because at some point you're going to piss this person off.
Oh, y'all want to fight.
So it would be lovely if this person was kind. Even if he's not a nice person, he's kind. He's just not going to put it out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, or shout. And personally, I don't like confrontation. When I get pissed, I sit down with it first.
Woo! Lies. Hey.
No, when I'm pissed, I will isolate myself from the situation first because I know myself. Nikianza kushout nitalia. Nikilia nitakuwa frustrated nalia alafu nitakupiga because kwa nini unanililisha? Like what's this?
That went
like whoop. Exactly.
0 to 100.
So when something really pisses me off or hurts me really bad, I excuse myself from it. Like me, you won't see me, I won't talk to you. And that's not nice because now it's silent treatment. I'm not talking to you, I'm not responding. You're like speaking to a wall. Nothing is coming out of me. And then, Silukombe, I have a talent. Let me show you my talent. I'm a keyboard warrior. Me leave evidence. Na kutumia paragraph moja safi.
Whoa.
And it's going to be hurtful. It's not going to be nice. I will not be mature about it. Na kutumia ukae hapo nayo. Marinate. Alafu because I don't want the consequences, nazima simu.
Yeah. I would kill you. I swear to God.
I'll switch off my phone.
I will kill you.
I need you to do whatever you're going to do with that. Okay? I switch off my phone and I live my life. And I breathe a sigh of relief.
Getting a strap because bitch, what?
Now you heard me first. So enjoy the consequences. Yeah. So now you see, that's not mature. And good thing I know. Good thing I'm self-aware. Yeah, so I know exactly what I'm doing as I'm doing it. But so now it's up to you whether we solve this or we're gonna have a whole tiff about it.
I swear to God, that would be the end of me. Bedhe utapata nilihama.
You will one up me. I will switch off my phone and move.
Nilihama. Like, what the fuck are we doing? What do you mean? What do you mean? No. What do you mean? Or those people who wait until they like travel and that's when they drop the banger. You know, I feel like you would do that. Like
as the plane is ascending. Whoop.
And then you're gone. Okay? I can't catch you anywhere.
I love being evil.
Oh my God, I would die. I
will even laugh into the sunset because I'm like, yeah.
I am a coward when it comes to confrontation. Like, I will cower. However, I will not sit with it. Mimi inaniwashanga. Hey, inaniwasha. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it now. Okay? Let's talk about now. Okay? Can we please get this? I don't like it when it's looming over my head. And actually, that's something I've noticed when we're having like something. Like, actually, no, we've not really fought really, have we? No. Maybe we've exchanged words, maybe like once or twice. Have we even?
I'd be like, bitch, I did not like that.
So you see what I mean? Like for me, she has found a way. And that's what I like about you. You're very adaptable because like she knows I can't sit on this. And if I sit on it, I will die. And I don't want to die. So I tell her, mention what's going on. So I know what's happening. Right. And then we can talk about it later.
The thing is, if she feels uncomfortable,
I'll say it.
She will force you to fix things.
We're gonna fix it. Like, I'm a coward.
She'll be like, I hate no. So did you forgive me?
Yeah. Okay. Just tell me.
Please?
Like, tell me what happened.
And I'm like, bitch, I'm mad at you. What do you mean did I forgive you? Like,
it's like better.
Nikki Toreka.
No. She gets even more mad, and then we're just like, all right, cool. I'm gonna give you a minute. And then I'll bring it up again and again and again and again until at the end of the conversation,
it's done.
We're done. Like no one's going with a heavy heart because Tori also she's like a potato. It's like if you push her, she will bondeka. Like she's like such a softie. Okay, don't tell her I said this, but she's such a softie. Like, and she will hold on to something if it's bugging her, and it will loom over her head for so long, and she will be so heavy, and you don't want that for a friend.
No,
sorry. Nimesema msimwambie. Don't tell her. So yeah,
I'm a gang. I identify as a gang.
Like, yes, sort this shit out quick.
It's true.
Yeah.
But I identify as a gangster.
Yes. Her identity is gangster. Everything else is an asterisk, okay? Oh my God.
Wow, episode ni refu.
Sindo?
Wow.
Okay, let's finalize. Because people die in relationships, it is what it is. Let's talk about finances and this is something I need to do. But I've been saying I'm going to do it for a while. When you get in a long-term relationship, right? You guys need to get to a point where you know everything financially and they know everything financially. Do you know why? This is life. People die, right? And now that's how you hear, banake alikuwa na nini, saizi angalia bibi yake ndio huyo anaomba
rent.
Okay? Anaomba. You heard that guy who said that he's been living in his house for like 7 years. Nobody has ever brought a bill. And I really wanted to know what apartments those were so I can move in there. Because that's crazy. Why the husband never told the wife? Your long-term partner has never told you where this is, where that is. There's no will in place. Okay, now you're over here fighting people because shit happens. The inevitability of life is the same. And in my case as well, you as the girl, as the woman in this relationship, do you also have broti maguta somewhere?
Exactly.
All right? Do you have, somewhere literally where there's oil and or like you need to have these conversations about like last wills. You need to have these they're dark.
Emergency contact.
And
And it's just
having
so
someone's
simple.
location.
Because this are marriage conversations.
Yes.
But even
or
if
long-term relationships.
If he's your boyfriend, why is he not your emergency contact? Your phone gives you the option. Ukigongwa na gari ama gari yako ifanye hua hua. You know, like that alert it sends out.
Yeah.
Who does it send out to? You know, like check on this person.
Thank you.
Like
they've traveled out of the country, you have no location. Me, I know 100%. When my husband is away, wherever he is, it will tell me. Hata saizi nikikuonesha imeandika Nairobi. Okay? Akiwa Ethiopia 2 weeks ago, but he was in Ethiopia. I could see Ethiopia, na inakwambia Ethiopia, hiyo place yuko specifically, okay? Ukizoom in hivi, unaweza ona ndio huyo. This is where this, yuko hapa.
Yeah? That's too. And it's not about control.
It's not control. This is just,
it's decency at this point.
Like, why am I constantly worried and scared? I lost a friend just simply like that. They went on a flight. Mimi nawangojea Nairobi. Kumbe alikuwa kwa hiyo Ethiopian Airlines ilifanya ile kitu. So, mimi nimengoza I'm like, where is this person? What? Niliona Twitter. If there is something that killed me was that I found out on Twitter. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? You need to be serious about your relationships like that.
Yeah,
I just know their whereabouts, their well-being. I think if you see your person looking a little stressed, it's hard. You probably don't want to get into it. No one wants to get into dark shit.
You have to have this conversation.
But like, are you okay?
How can I support you? And also, sometimes when your partner is going through something and they don't want to tell you, you try. There's
give
that
them time.
No, there's that urge for you to make it about yourself. Like, is this?
What did I do?
Is this relationship related? Like, like, are you bugging? Like, why are you doing this to me? You could have simply sat down and had that conversation. Hey, I've noticed you've been off a bit.
Are you okay?
Communicate.
And if they're not okay and they're telling you, I don't want to talk about it now. I'm not okay, but let me
Give it
do
some
stuff for some time. You can respect that. Please, let's also not be overbearing. Someone is telling you, I don't want to talk about it. You're like, but tell me. And that one took me a long time to get. Guys,
Niambia manife.
you know? And now you're starting to make it about yourself. It really is.
Don't make it about
It's
yourself.
very unfair when someone is going through their own shit and now they have to stop what they're going through to
cater
console
to
you.
When you could have just asked, how can I support you?
You know, it's so unfair. So selfish. Guys.
As we were concluding, we were saying,
yeah.
let's be intentional about our relationships. Let's avoid small things that would lead to other things happening. Let's avoid micro cheating. Kama umeona kuna mtu anakutempt kule Instagram. Wow. Anapostingi tu ni kama hana shati. Ni kama hawezi afford kununua shati. You know, let it go. You know, because sometimes we are quick to call people home wreckers. Oh, you wrecked my home. When you're the one who opened the window.
You did.
You opened that door. Like, nini. Yeah. So be intentional about your relationships.
Yeah.
And for a relationship to work, you also have to be in a good space personally.
Yeah.
So work on you first.
Oh, especially that.
Before you come and expect your relationship to work. Self-work, babes.
And communication. Ooh, we say this all the time.
See something, say something.
Please communicate. Please. Even if it's something minor. Nowadays, even I've gotten to the point where it's like, you're telling me something, I'm reading it different. So I'll be like, okay, you're telling me this, but this is how I'm reading it. I'm reading it as, or my perception is XYZ, B. Is that
what
true?
Did you mean?
Like, what did you mean? Very nitty gritty. Like, we're getting into the thick of this shit. Because I am not about to start getting paranoid and freaking out. Like, I'm not spending my whole weekend sad and confused. Oh, hell no. We're going to talk about this. If you hate it or love it, that's the you problem. Let's talk about it. Let's talk.
Tell us in the comment section, what are relationship killers? But the question we like to ask as we go home is, did you like it? Did you like it? Bye.